Right, so we're back in the workshop today and a little bit of a different machine, to be honest. It's not agricultural, it's more of a forestry machine or something that you'd use in people's gardens. So this is an FSI stump grinder. James bought it up country on an online auction. Now with these sort of auctions, obviously you buy things a little bit blind. You can see obviously videos of it running and you can see pictures. So we didn't quite know what to expect when it turned up. A little bit about FSI, one of the leading brands of stump grinders in Europe. They do sell across 5 different continents as well. They're made in Denmark. This is one of the smaller units that they produce, which is engine driven. You can get PTO and hydraulic machines as well. Now we've had a quick look over it, but obviously we haven't delved right into it because we wanted to show you guys potentially what faults we found with it and get it running. So there's a lot of moving parts on it. Obviously there's the blades and the teeth on the front of the machine, as you can see there. It's powered by a Honda GX390 engine, so a nice reliable engine. So yeah, I think we ought to turn the camera around and see what we can find. Right, so a stump grinder fundamentally is got a big sort of set of teeth on the front. Normally they're carbide on there and they spin round this way and it's belt driven. And then when you're sort of doing garden clearances or you have a stump that you've cut out or a tree you cut down, this is designed to basically gnaw into the stump and clean it down without obviously damaging chainsaw blades or anything like that. So it's a bit of kit, to be honest. Like I said, it's got a Honda GX390 engine on there. Pull cord looks a bit worse for wear. So you've got controls up there. Obviously we'll find out how they work in a minute. And obviously being a Honda engine, you'd like to think, unless it's stale fuel in there, it should start right up. Nice and golden, Mike.
Oh, there's a little bit of a tint to it, but it is oil.
Yeah. You can do this sniff test?
No point, can't smell so though.
Do you want me to smell?
I can see it. It's in there.
It's in there, he says. Hang on, let me smell. No, it smells quite fresh, actually. Not bad. Airy filter.
Oh, not too
Ain't
horrendous.
too bad either, is it?
So we'll leave them off for a minute.
So one thing that we actually noticed when we got it off the truck is you can lock the wheels. So when you're grinding your stump, you normally lock one wheel, and then what you can do is you then pivot the front end, so you get that sort of sweeping motion over the stump. We think there's an issue there with cables or brake assembly because something's seized up, so we'll have to look at that. Obviously, oh, that's throttle then, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh right, I thought it was going to be OPC.
Well, it might still be a kilo, but I don't see any electrics.
You wouldn't have them revved up all the time, though, would you?
No.
So this one, then I would have thought it's probably got a centrifugal clutch on it.
Yeah, well, you can see there's something not quite. See the heat marker?
Oh yeah. Get on. We'll have to have a look under there, then, won't we?
And when you look at your cables, I wouldn't expect too much from the cables, because the outer sheathing's gone.
Oh yeah.
And I'm looking a bit rusticated.
Mm.
So,
There's a nice few features of this actually, where you can sort of tie down points, isn't there? Obviously that's a lifting eye if you to put it in the back of your truck as well. And you got all those anti-vibration mounts. Any of those cables working?
I don't know what.
See, I think that's a brake cable there for your right wheel, and I think that's the one that's not working.
Right, you can see the cable twitching down there, and that one's pulling, so that's your left hand. So that will be left hand then. I would rather hope that might be.
So that's not working then, that one, is it?
No, that's your left. Oh, it's got, there's your wheel, there's your emblem. That isn't actually doing a lot down there,
no.
Is it?
So it might be new cable or something there.
That a reverser by any chance?
No, I think that one is something to do with being able to offset your handles.
Oh, you swivel, so you can swivel left and right.
I reckon,
enough.
yeah.
But again, that one isn't exactly jumping out, is it?
No.
Right, we'll
see if
make
he
sure
runs
the
them.
ignition's on. Fuel switched on. A little bit of
Choke
choke.
on. Way to go, he says.
Will be way to go if the clutch is stuck. If he starts up and starts, it should be dead.
Well, it's going to go right in the back of your truck if it is.
That don't sound very sweet, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Right, let's take that side cover
Take
off.
this clutch cover off and see what's going on.
See what's going on there.
Some of these is a bit finger tight, like, so that's not a good sign. Has someone been in there before?
Well, I expect so. Those bolts. Another one underneath here. Bit of light on the subject.
Oh, got a bit of shine off the top of your Swede then, Mike.
Need sunglasses? Oh, not to worry about. It's only a solar powered love machine.
Is that what she says?
What I say is she, not he.
Oh, right, well, there you go. Anything goes these days.
Well, depends on what you identify as.
Yeah. We won't go into that subject, Mike.
You ready? Oh, lovely.
That's like a double V belt, but it's joined together.
Yeah, it's a Siamese belt.
A Siamese belt?
Siamese.
I've never heard of that before.
Well, you youngsters, you don't know art,
We'll have loads of comments now going, right. No, I've never heard of Siamese.
You've heard of Siamese twins, haven't you?
Yeah.
What are they?
Joined together.
Joined together.
Yeah.
What have you got here?
Joined together belt.
Siamese belt.
Method in your madness, he says. There's your clutch, eh?
It'll just be here, I suppose. Wouldn't hurt just to see if everything. I can turn that around by hand if I just.
Bearings is all right, yeah. It's a substantial old pulley and everything on there. Nice bearing housings. I said it's I can't even get my words out. Substantial, substantial pulley and bearings.
Well, he's going to have a bit of grief, isn't it?
Mm.
So, spinny, spinny, spinny.
It all works, doesn't he? Lovely. And I did notice this side, you got your belt adjuster on that assembly there on your bearing housing.
Yeah, well, you got one on both sides, haven't you?
Yeah, that's a nice little feature. Like that. So what do you think then? Take the clutch off and then see if the engine runs. Just check the clutch isn't.
Well,
a bit what we call wanky, or
is that the polite version?
That's technical. Yeah, you went Siamese, I went wanky.
Yeah, well, that's all quiet, isn't it?
Yeah. So hopefully it's not big end then.
Well, that's never real Nord out, do they?
No. Yeah. Okay, I'll let you delve into the engine and everything, then I'll come back and see.
You have to bleep this bit out.
Go on then.
Assumption is the mother of all isn't it?
It is.
So
you're allowed to swear, I think, after the first 30 seconds on YouTube, so you're all right.
What, you told me that before? I'd have been doing this long time ago.
I don't know if you can get away with that much. I'll leave it with you for 5 minutes, see what you find. Right, so Mike has just come back in the office. He has removed the clutch off the stump grinder. What have you found then, Mike?
Well, I can take the clutch to bits, but the old key's had a bit of a chewing.
Yeah.
But it is only driving on the one
have
key.
We got,
well,
is it a worst case scenario in the engine is?
Let's see if he'll fire up, because he sounded a bit rough just now, didn't he?
Yeah.
So if us starting up again.
At least we know he's not going to drive forward now and drive in the back of your truck.
That sounds all right.
That sounds bob on,
that sounds better, doesn't it?
Yeah. So have we got a rattly clutch then? Is that the question?
Well,
or is it...
that down there is quiet, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's why we'll look inside and see what the shoes is doing.
Yeah. There's a bit of like.
Well, no, because you saw it on a bearing.
So it could be the bearings is
well,
a bit noisy then, maybe.
No, the bearings is quiet, but you got brake shoes.
I see.
In other words, probably you've got what looks like brake shoes, and as you speed up, they fly out and give you the grip.
Yeah.
And then drives. That don't say.
No, that doesn't sound too good.
Doesn't fill me with joy that somehow.
That might be on the phone for the FSI distributor in the UK to get a new clutch in.
Well, you want some of the marks on the back there, it might be what you want. There isn't too much else to it, is there?
Following Mike is like dum 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 da dum da dum da dum.
Get rid of the old musical. Right, anyway, just back here on the bench.
Yeah. I've been on the old computer, see if I can find some parts already.
So you undo your circlip.
Yeah.
You thrash hell out. You get that one off, and that's your drum where you... You then find that if you do the rattle, out pops a spring, snapped off, lost his gear. And then there's your...
The shoes.
Mine is old shitty asbestos. Well, shouldn't be asbestos, nowadays, but it's still dust and shit on it. And they said over the weights. So in theory,
so you can just replace the band.
You should be.
They won't really replace it. It'd just be spring, wouldn't it?
You tight ass.
Well, I do come from Somerset.
Yeah, I was just discussing that, wasn't it? Anyway, one spring outside, one spring outside.
Yeah.
But you'll see there's 3 holes. So for different applications, different speeds.
Oh, okay.
I would say they add springs.
Yeah. A bit like a centrifugal clutch on a chainsaw, then that sort of system. Just
same
speed
principle.
it up, they come out and
that's it.
clamp on there. And
grip on there, pulley starts spinning.
Spin up. Well, I've just found out then, because when you come in, I was on the parts diagram. These springs here, they're about 16 quid for a set. So a couple of springs, we'll sort that out. So that's actually quite cheap, to be honest. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, James bought this one for 1,600 quid. So we were hoping there wasn't going to be too much wrong with it. I think the B21 is the newest model, which I've had a look at as well. Slightly updated sort of front end. Those ones there are about 5.6. So I wouldn't know what to say second hand wise, probably 2.5, something like that, 2.5 to 3 maybe, if we can get them up and running and tidied right up. So, you know, there's good profit in it. Like I say, we just have to spend some money on some extra little bits and parts and stuff. So
you might have got some gold-plated cables yet to pay for.
Well, there could be gold-plated cables, you never know. Trouble is with this sort of specialist kit, when you've got a cable that, you know, is specific to that machine, you know, they can put the price on it, can't they? So, yeah. So I think if we order up the parts then, get them fitted on, like I say, we get a couple of new cables, might as well service the engine up lightly. I don't think there's much point changing the air filter unless we just need to change the pre-filter, do the oils, plug, like that. You know, it's cheap enough, and hopefully we've got a good stump grinder there to sell on, to be honest. It'd be, you know.
Do you advertise that on Grindr?
Well, my thumbnail, I don't know, I was going to put Mike's on Grindr.
Is that right?
Yeah, as the title. But we'll see if we get
Never going to happen, chap.
No. Oh, and these ones here, they're about 12 quid. I'm presuming 12 quid a tooth. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 times 12?
Quite a few.
Quite a few pounds. So I think it's worth doing, getting some new blades on there to put the value on the machine. So yeah, we'll order up all those parts, Mike, and let you have them, and then give them a drash in, I suppose.
Fair enough.
Cool. Right, so we'll order up the parts, and then we'll see you when they're fitted on and we're ready to test it. All the parts, they've now arrived. Thank you very much to Land Power, based in Somerset. They are FSI dealers in the UK. Now, they've sorted us out with some parts. So we've got some cables, we've got our return springs for the cables as well, clutch springs and a keyway. So let's leave Mike to fit those on. Once he's fitted them on, we'll take them up to the top yard and hopefully do some stump grinding. What do I want to know? What have we done to it then?
Well, I done. I don't know about we.
That's true, that. New cables.
Aye.
Service on the engine.
Aye.
We've actually left the blades on there because you've looked at them. And actually,
I don't think it's worked wrong well.
They're pretty good, aren't they? I think what it was is just a build up of material. Now they've been cleaned off. They look bloody proper, to be honest. I shouldn't think they've done many hours of work. Done a little bit of attention to the
on the adjustment.
On the adjuster where it's worn and slightly, so you've done a bit of liquid metal in there, hot glue gun.
Tightened up the recoil a bit because he was a bit on the sloppy side.
Yeah, brakes all work now.
Put the springs back in the clutch centrifugal.
Yeah.
Give it a grease up. Aye.
New keyway.
Yeah.
Job's good. So the fun time, or the fun part of the video, is we got a lovely bit of ash here that's just been cut ready for logs. Hopefully it won't move anywhere, but we'll get it fired up and...
Yeah, so we'll put the old bloke in there. If he gets killed, it won't hurt, will it?
What? No, that's it.
Do you want to fire the thing up, man?
Yeah, you know, ideal job for this thing.
Get on.
If you got a stump to grind.
Yeah, you go somewhere different to grind your stump, don't I?
No, I'm on about the one between the Scottish and English border.
Oh, the sycamore. Yeah, get rid of that.
Yeah. Perfect cover up to all this.
What you mustn't forget is you've got a video of yourself doing it.
Ah, yes. Yeah. That's it. Well, we try and film everything we do, to be honest.
That's fair enough. You should get feral few followers there, I should think.
Right, get on then, Mike. Firing up.
Go. So.
Right, go on now. A little bit at a time, Mike. Tell you what, Mike, that's done a good job, that.
Better than the usual beaver you deal with.
Yeah. Oh, that's one way to stop it.
Better than sticking your finger in it.
Definitely nothing wrong with those blades, the way it was munching away at that. Now, I've done a little bit of research. Obviously, the B20 is now not a current model. I think it's the B21, which you can get pretty readily available in the UK. That one there, price-wise, he's about 5, 6, 5, 7 plus of that for the B21, the new version. Looks very similar to that. So I haven't liaised with James on this yet, but I would have thought easily we should be getting 2.5, 3 grand for that machine, because he is tidy. Anyway, we've got loads more second-hand machinery to come. James has just been buying some stuff from auction, so I'm sure there's going to be a lorry load turning up at any point. So if you like this sort of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell, and let us know in the comments below what you think of this machine. Anyway, if you're interested in buying this, it will be up for sale very shortly.
Let's drash on then.
Go and sunbathe now.
Not my thing, that.
Anyway, see you in the next one. Cheers.
Yeah, if you look at these bits here, that. Right, if these was weared, because you can go in an arc, this would be weared down on that edge there. But you can you turn the bits around.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of life left in there.